I'm going to talk about something a little controversial. So, if you don't want to talk about hate, trigger warning. If you don't want to talk about abuse, trigger warning. If you don't want to talk about PTSD or anything like that, trigger warning. Anyhow, my name is Kylie. You guys know me as Bunny and Baby Talk. I honestly just want to come on here and talk about something that I haven't in a long time. I was just sitting here pondering, doing what I do, doing my chores, and I just realized something. I realized something so profound that I wanted to share it. Hate is love. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. Before you hate somebody, in my opinion, you have to fall in love with them. Because hate to me means that you love a person and you want better for them and you're angry at them for not pursuing better. Let me explain what I mean. I was a survivor of a cult kind of situation. I had a best friend. She was really heavily into the bad side of witchcraft, like not the Wiccan do no harm kind of thing, but the Satanism, the paganism, the one that means drawing blood, collecting gems, that kind of thing. Fasting, depriving yourself of sleep, all that kind of stuff. Me and her were the best of friends because we liked watching movies together. We had some of the same beliefs at the time. We were very close. See, the thing is that after a while, I thought that, okay, this smells a little funny. So I'm going to talk to her about going to see a counselor. I always did that, and she didn't want to listen. She thought that she was right and that I was wrong and that she shouldn't go see a therapist. She shouldn't leave her house. She shouldn't do any of that. She was pretty dependent on her parents, which I get. She was scared of leaving them. But anyways, so fast forward, a year after, I've tried all the therapies. I've tried getting her involved in extracurriculars. I've tried, boosting her, okay? Well, the thing is she doesn't want to do none of that. So I finally get sick and fed up and I block her, okay? And then, I spend a couple years in therapy myself, in and out of mental hospitals, that kind of thing. I spend a lot of time hating her and saying if I never would have met her, this never would have happened. It's her fault, it's her fault, it's her fault. That kind of thing, because I wasn't as I was into Wiccan, but I wasn't into Satanism, and she didn't tell me she was a believer in Satanism. She said it was Wiccan. See, there's a difference. But the problem is that she wanted to use it. She didn't know how to not hurt people. She was very convinced that if she didn't marry the right person, her parents would disown her. If she didn't practice these beliefs, her parents would disown her. That's what she thought. And it was something that I ended up hating her for about 4 years. And I thought, okay, if I never would have met her, I never would have been, deprived of food, deprived of sleep, deprived of quality time, and all of those things. And I had been fired from a job because, I was calling her every day and I wasn't good about, focusing on my shit. That was back when I was 19. I'm 24 now. Or not 24, 25 now. So it's been quite a while. I have disabilities anyway. I shouldn't have been working. I've got autism, cerebral palsy, ADD, PTSD. I shouldn't have been working. That's another thing. But for the longest time, everybody asked me, Kylie, why do you hate her? And years ago, I would have told you, oh, that's all her fault. But the truth was, it was me on the inside saying, I want better for this girl. I want her to have a life. I want her to have a job. I want her to have the husband that she wants and the extracurricular activities and her health and everything that she deserves to have. But I hate that she's not choosing that for herself. To me, that's what I learned from hate, is that because I loved her so much, the thing that I actually hated was the fact that she did not want better for herself and I had to choose better for myself without her being on my journey. And that really sucked. But it helped me to stop blaming her and to realize that hate was a mask for the love that I carried for her, because I wanted better for her. I wanted her to feel better and stuff like that, so much that I convinced myself that it was entirely her fault, because I couldn't walk away if I didn't convince myself of that. That being said, if you hate somebody in your life today because they've done something to you, they've taken something from you, what you really should be thinking, and I know you're going to want to punch me in the face, because I wanted to punch people in the face for 4 years after it happened. I wanted to punch people in the face. But hate, hate the things they don't do for themselves. Don't hate the person, because the things that people take from you are the things they don't have for themselves. That's just them telling you that a need is not being fulfilled, and they're jealous of the fact that your needs are being fulfilled. That is a reason to pity them, because you know what? They deserve it as much as you do. But they just aren't getting it because of their circumstances. Hate is love, but with an angry twist. Food for thought. Next time you think you hate somebody, remember that in order to have hate, you have to have love. In most cases, I'm not talking about all. Yes, there are people, like if somebody killed your family, then yeah, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, for the most part, we hate people whose things we wish we had. She hated me because I had a job, I had parents who loved me, I had independence, I could walk freely. She hated a lot of the things that she wanted for herself. And I don't blame her for that. She's not a bad person for wanting those. Her actions may not have been great, but she's not a bad person for wanting that. That is why I have chosen to have compassion for the people I used to hate. Anyways, I will let you guys go back to your regularly scheduled content of dances, puppy dog videos, and other stuff. But bye.